You mentioned the 1920s land boom. Well, what happened in the 1920s here in Miami? Well, what happened in the 1920s all across the U.S.? At the end of the 1920s, you had the beginning of the Great Depression. Why was there a Great Depression? Well, there was a lot of reasons for the Great Depression, but part of the reason why everybody was over leveraged. We talk about the crypto market, Peter, and when your barber or Uber driver starts talking about Bitcoin, like, it's probably time for you to sell. Well, where do people with money like to come? They've always wanted to come to Miami. They've always wanted to come to Miami. Remember, back then, Manhattan was filthy. There was still coal, there was soot, there were still horses walking around with crap all over the place. Miami, you just took Flagler's Railroad all the way down. And then you got here, and whoa, where's everybody going to want to live? There were no beaches over here, really. This was the mouth of a river. The beaches were over here on the Barrier Island. But, oh, how do we get to the Barrier Island? Well, let's build some bridges. So they built the bridge. They built the MacArthur. It doesn't look like the same way it looked back in the 20s. It's been renovated since. And then they built these islands. These islands are very unnatural looking because, well, they're unnatural. They're man-made. And then if you really zoom in here, you sort of see an outline here. You see that outline? And that, my friends, was supposed to be the next phase of this. There was supposed to be another causeway that went across here. But the big hurricane came in the mid-20s. Then the Depression happened, so it was a double whammy, and that never got built. The outlines here still remain. I remember when I was a little kid driving across the Julia Tuttle and seeing that and saying, what the hell is this? And this is before you could do any sort of internet sleuthing. You just had to take anybody's word for it or follow the rumor mill. The last anecdote I want to say about this is government cut. The port of Miami, this is all fake also,
Yep.
Dodge Island.
Man-made, fake, 100% fake.
Well, this unnatural looking cut here, the reason why it's called government's cut is because it is unnatural, because the government cut it. It's no secret. Fisher Island was South Point. It was the southernmost part of Miami Beach, and then they cut it, and then it became an island, and now it's an enclave to Miami, and I guess really the world's wealthiest and most awesome. It's got the super yacht marina. It's like a bigger version of Indian Creek.